Good afternoon. Hello, testing our mic. I pray for a fair network today. Okay, so good afternoon. I'm just going to wait for people to join the stream just a little bit before that, okay? Mary Ash, good afternoon. Please, can you hear me? Yes, I just want to know. Okay, please let me know so that we can start, okay? Let me know if you can hear me. Is this okay? Okay, so this is the fabric that we're going to be making use of our pants. You can see this is like the trendy fabric for baggy pants. So that's what we're going to be making use of. Mary Ash, good afternoon. Thank you so much. Yes, so now let's get started straight into our tutorial today. No waste of time. So for this, and when you want to cut a baggy pants, a baggy trouser or a baggy pants, you need just two measurements. The first measurement you need is your hip measurement, and then the second measurement is your length. So that's just the two measurements. Thank you so much of you that are giving me likes. Ade, Ada, I just okay, let's see. Ada Umon, thank you so much. I hope I got that well. Okay, so like I said, you need just two measurements, which is the hip measurement and the length. So that's what I'm going to be working with. Why am I doing this? I want to be able to, as a beginner today, I want you to be able to sew a baggy trouser from today's class. Okay, if you are a beginner, so I want to make it very simple for you. So we're just going to make use of two measurements. Let's confuse the hip and the length, okay? And today's measurement that we're going to be using, the hip, we're going to be making use of 40. The actual, my client, her actual hip measurement is 37. You understand? So I'm going to add like 3 inches just to give you that bag ease, okay? So I'm going to make it 40. So that's what we'll use for the hip and then the waist, and then the length, her length, we're going to make it 3 inches or 42 inches for the length, okay? So this is the Ankara fabric that I have here. So like I said, I have 3 yards of the Ankara fabric. So I just want to check out, just want to double check the length of my Ankara. So this is about 44 inches, okay? So like I said, what I'm going to need like 42. So I like 42 or so, or 40. I think 40 there about. So the first thing I want to do, I want the amount of fabric that I'm going to be making use of, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this camera so I will go to the floor. It will be easier for us that way, okay? So let's see. Let me first of all turn the light, and then now we'll turn our camera. Yes, let the camera face the floor so it will be easier for us to. We're using our free hand, so I'm making use of my free. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, thank you so much, those of you that are confirmed. So, like I said, this is 3 yards of Ankara fabric. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I want to fold out the fabric. So just watch, okay? So let's fold out the fabric. We'll cut it one. I will not cut back and front together to make it easier. So let's fold out our fabric, okay? So this is my fabric. So I fold out this first part. So let me get my tape so that we can measure. Let me double check that you people can see it. Okay, so let's see. So you can see it. Can you see it? Thank you. So the first thing, so like I said, I want to use about 40. Let's see. I want to use about 42 inches or 43 inches there about. So from this point, I'm just going to measure it. So it's just little that I'm going to be cutting out. So that's what I'm just to check. It's just little I'm going to cut out. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take, just mark here, just use my start line. Okay, I'll use here as my start line. And then the next thing I want to do, I want to check how wide I want my trouser to be. So this is about 15 inches. So I folded my fabric at about 15 or 16. So now just watch what is going to happen. So the next thing, I want to use 0.5-inch band. Okay, so that's my band. So I'll place my tape like this. And then the next thing I want to do, I want to mark her hip line. So for the hip line inches, okay, and then for the crotch length, for the crotch, I'll use 13 inches. Okay, so just watch. For the crotch, I'll use 13 inches. So I'm going to mark like this. So how did I get the 13 inches? So when we come to that side, I'm going to place my tape under my crotch like this, and then I'm going to check it. So that is what will give me that freedom. So you can see this one is about, so 30. Okay, that's about 30, which is about 15. So I'm using 13 inches. It's a smaller size. So the next thing I want to measure out her knee. So for the knee, I will make use of 20, even though this measurement is not like it's necessary. I don't really need it though, but I am placing it. And then this is the full length. So I'll use one part of my trouser. So the next thing I'll come to this point. Okay, so like I said, I'm just making use of. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mark here like this. You can just, I just give it a curve. Can you get? So I'll come to the hip line. I'm using 40. You understand? Like I said, for my hip. So I'm just going to mark that 40 here like this. That's for the hip measurement. And then I'll add a little bit of allowance. Okay. And then here, I want to add my measurement on the crotch line. So for that lap measurement, I'm going to add 14. So that's 14 inches. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so this measurement, this I'm just going to take it up like this, and here I'll just create a curve like this. And you see, okay. So it's the lap measurement. That's what I use here. See, I use 14. I just use 14 for that's how wide. So that means the lap is going to be 28, like this. You can see it's going to be 28. Okay, so from here now, I'm going to mark here. From here, I'm just going to a curve. It's a straight trouser. Do you understand? It's a baggy trouser. So I'm just going to make it straight. I'm not adding any shape. So that was why I was telling you people that as a beginner, this is a trouser that you will be able to cut after today. Okay. So the next thing, so here I'm just checking what I have at the down part. So this is about 15 inches. So I want it to be like 15. So I'll just mark it. I'll mark it like this. That's all. I have 15. So after sewing, everything is going to be like 14. Okay. So that's all. So if you have questions, let me see the questions on the comment section. If you have questions. Okay. So if you have questions, so like I said, if you have questions, so this is how simple this is. So I'm going to cut this out. So you can see it is a trouser. You actually don't need any whatever. So I'll turn this and so that I'll be able to cut it very well. So I'm cutting it straight, like I'm just like cutting it straight, you understand? You see, I'm cutting it straight. I just want to make sure. So I'll cut it out. I want to still trim it a little bit. Can you see? So now we're going to use this one now to cut the back. So I'm just going to fold this like this. I'll fold my remaining fabric. And then I'm going to take this, I'll place it like this. So you see, if you notice, you said I brought it down a little bit, okay? So now what I'm going to do now, I want to place both of them together because I want to trim it. So if you have questions, please ask me, okay? So this is actually a live stream. So you are meant to ask questions. Just drop the questions on the comment section. So if you notice that if you notice, you see that the I brought the front piece a little bit down. See, so it's from here. I'm going to correct the length. Okay, so I'm trimming it now because it is a baggy pant. The side, I'm cutting the side. That's the side is the same. So just watch. So I'll take this out so that we'll have space here like this. Okay. So let me see if we have questions so that I can trim it. Okay. Please, how many inches did you take for my band? I use 1.5 inch. I use 1.5 inch. That's what I took. So now watch this side now. So this is the crotch for the back. I'm going to extend it this way and then watch from here. It's going to be the same. Then as I get to this point, I'm going to open up my hand a little bit and then I'll just bend it this way. So I'm making use of my free hand. So this comes up this way and then I'm just going to blend it here. Okay, can you see? And then this one like this I'm going to mark it. I'm going to take it straight like this. Do you understand? I just take like half of an inch because it is a baggy pant, so there's no way it's going to be tight or whatever. Okay, understand? So let's see. Let me cut from here. Most times I like cutting it this way, so I'm just going to cut. I'm using half inch. So I'll just bring that out that way, and then I'll cut this like this, and then from the top, I'm just going to flow it in that way. Can you see? You just take here out, okay? So you can see. Remember my crotch that time I added a little bit of extra on that front part. So I'm just going to trim that out like this, okay? So this is okay now. I just want to double check. So I'm just trying to trim just a little bit from that front piece. You know this fabric is not straight, it's not 100% cotton. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, I want to add a pocket to it. So what is a baggy trouser without a pocket? I'm looking for my chalk. So what is a baggy trouser without a pocket? So here I'm going to come in from this place. I'll come in by like 1 inch. So which is this? So just watch, just like here. And then I'm just going to mark it. Just, can you see? I'll just blend it in like that. So that's the pocket on the front piece alone. Please note. There was a day I was cutting trousers. I forgot. I cut back and front like that. I had to start. I've forgotten what I even did. So that's the front pocket. So I've cut that out. So let's go to the table and start stitching immediately. So the first thing I'm going to do, let me turn my camera back and then turn my light so that we can see. Okay. All right. So let's see if we let's answer the questions first. Okay. Okay. So join. I just joined the live. I just joined the live. How can I get the tutorial from the beginning? Okay, just click on go to my channel, the top you see live. So just click on the live. Once you click live, you see the tutorial from the beginning. Just click on my picture, click on that my profile picture. So once you click on my profile picture, it will take you to my home page. So from that home page, you're going to see live. You see videos, you see shorts, you see live, you see community. So just click live. Live will take you. Okay, so now let's cut the pocket. Let me get my remaining Ankara. I don't even know if I should. This is my remaining Ankara. Wanted to use it. Wanted to use it to sew something. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is let me cut. Let me see. See the way I'm folding the fabric that I want to use for the pocket. I want to fold it into 4 before I cut it, okay? So I'll cut, like, you remember, you know that that hip was like 9. So I'll just cut it maybe like 10. So I folded it into 4. Okay, so I'll cut like 10. That's the length is like 10. That's what I meant. So let's cut this out, okay? Why am I cutting this part that have all these things? Better for me to use it to do pocket because it's going to be inside. You understand? It's going to be inside, so it's not going to give me that headache, like, you know, that headache that this thing used to give on somebody's clothes. As you are sewing, it will not be collecting all the dirty that is around. So I'm just cutting this. So you see, so I'll cut this now. So I use like 10 inches, that's the length. About 10, let's see, let's double check. You see it about 10, and then the width is 14, that's for one. So now we're going to fix the pocket fast. Let's do that fast, and then we'll start sewing, okay? So this is the front piece, and then this is the back. So I'll drop the back on the floor, and then we'll work with it. So let me show you how to sew this pocket. Okay, so this is the right side of my fabric. I'm going to take this like this. Can you see? I'll just place, if you notice I did not trim the pocket side, I'm just going to take it like this, and then I'm going to pin it down, okay? Because I'm going to stitch it. You see the way I did it? I'll just place it like this. It's straight though. I placed it on the edge. Let's see. Let this come closer so you can see. Okay. So I just brought it. I just laid the fabric is flat, just the way I cut it out. You can see it's straight. So I'm just going to take this like this. I'll place this, the right side of my fabric facing the right side of my trouser. I'll pin it like this, okay? So that's on one side. And then the second one also. So this is the right side of my fabric. So I'll place them like this. I'll place it like this. And then I'm going to pin it also. I thought I brought pin just now. So just see how we're going to do. So this is just what I'm going to do. I'll stitch it here like this, okay? So let's go. Let's stitch fast. Okay, let's see. Let's adjust the camera, adjust our lights, and then let's go. Okay. So just watch. So if you are just joining us, you're welcome. Let me know where you're watching me from, okay? I would appreciate that. So like I said, let me know where you're watching me from. If you're just joining, you're welcome. So after today, for those of you, those beginners, you should be able to sew a trouser. So for your band, so this is my elastic I'm going to be making use of. You can decide to use 2 inches. So you see what I'm doing. I'm stitching as it is facing down. I am just stitching. I'm stitching that pocket part like that. Can you see? So I'll show you. So I'll just stitch it down like this and do a back stitch. Okay, so let's see. So after stitching, I'm going to trim it like this. Do you understand? So now I'm now trimming the fabric. You understand? So I'll trim it out like this. So when I trim it out, the next thing I'm going to do, I'll take out my pins. I'm going to take this like this now. I'll flip it inside, and then it's going to stay like, can you see? So it is staying like this, and then let's see if I can see everything. It is staying like this. So now I'm going to now take this like this now. I will now bring it here. This center here. I'll bring it, let it stay like this. Can you see? So my pocket is formed already. Can you see? So I'm going to secure it here. So you see my pocket. Simple and easy. But if I don't want to do it that way, I want to sew it. I want it to have a stitch inside. If I want to weave the cloth, I can just sew it here like this. Do you understand? I can just curve it or sew it. But if I don't want that, I want the stitch to be inside, I can just put a notch. This is the center part of that sleeve of the pocket, and then I'll turn it. This one that I'm doing now as a beginner, it can be confusing. Do you understand? But if you are not a beginner, you will understand what I am doing. So this one, I'm just like sewing it from the inside. You can curve it if you want to. So as I'm stitching it, I'm just using my machine. That is, I'm just creating like a curve. You understand? I don't want to. I actually did not want to trim it. So I'll cut it now. So now I will now take this one. I cannot flip this one back. So this is how the inside will be. It will look confusing, but as you follow the process, just follow the whole process as I'm doing it. If you follow the process and you do it, you see it will make sense to you. You understand? So I'm just trying to arrange it properly. You understand? So I've stitched it now. It's an inner stitch. So I'm using my hand. I'm just trying to use my hand. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to secure here. So once I secure there, my pocket is secured already. That's the side where the side stitch is going to be, but I'm just using that side stitch. You see that thing I was telling people about, those fabric, those gum on those fabric. Thing is holding my machine. So you can see. So this is my pocket. Can you see? So all I'm just going to do now is just to secure the top part. We actually have different ways of sewing pockets. That's the truth. We have different ways. So I'll secure it on that top part. So like I said, this method might look confusing, but if you know how to do it, it's like one of the easiest. Can you see my pocket? So I've placed it. You see the way the inside. So this was why I stitched it inside. You see inside, it is covered. Okay. All right. So line, let's see. Say yes, man. Thank you for that. God Almighty bless you. Thank you so much, Solange. God bless you. Thank you so much. Ademodu. Adamodu, thank you so much. You're watching from the UK. God bless you all. Okay, so let's go over this pocket again. You understand? So let's go over it again so that we'll be perfect at it. Okay. So here's our here's our fabric, just the way I explained. So we'll go over it again. So when you do something again, it will be easier. So just watch. So I placed the fabric that I cut out. So I'm going to stitch it now. I'm just going to stitch following that pocket part. That's like the shape of the pocket that I cut on the front of the trouser. You understand? So I'll follow it. And so once I followed it now, I have it here like this. And now, after that, I will now trim it. Do you understand? So I'll trim it out like this, okay? So after trimming it out now, take out my pins. And now, I'm now going to take this now. Do you understand? This is the wrong side. So I'll take it now. So now I'll take it, and then this part, that's the pocket part. So I'll just use my hand to lay it flat. Do you understand? And then I'll now take this. So I'm bringing it back. Let it align on this line. So you can put a notch. That is, you can put a mark here to know that that's the center. So you are not going to take it. You just bring it. When you bring it, do you understand? Let it just be on the same line. Do you understand? So once it is on the same line, if you want to stitch from outside, you can just stitch it if you don't want problem. But if you want inner stitching, you just put a notch here like this. Once you put a notch here, just leave it. You just turn it now. When you turn it now, you are going to be stitching it on the right side now from the inside. Like, do you understand? So you just stitch. You get. So the reason for this is because I want my pocket, I want the stitch to be inside. If not, if I don't want my stitch to be inside, I can just stitch it just now the way it is, and then you end up weaving it. Okay, so when you finish doing that, you are now going to flip it back now. You get. So now you flip your pocket back and then come back to the whole process. Remember, this is our whole process of aligning it like this. You get. You see it. It is aligned. Everything is on the same line. Okay. So now you can now turn here like this. Can you see this from the right side? You see it. You now turn it and then see part like that. You just secure there. That's the part where you are going to use front and back to join them together. You secure them, and then this one you secure here is optional. You can decide not to secure this because I'm teaching. If not, if I'm sewing alone, I can decide not to secure. Just sew. You understand? Just start joining. Okay, but since I'm teaching you people, I'm just going to do it this way. Okay, so that's the part where your band is going to be anyway. So now just cut off my excess and then show you guys. Can you see how this pocket looks? You see it is very neat and straight. Can you see? Can you see? You see it? It is easy. So now we are done. Solange, thank you so much. So we are done now for that. So let's now stitch them together. Okay. So now you see the way the pocket is inside, the stitch are inside is neat. Okay. So now you are going to now take them together. Now we're going to stitch them on the crotch part now. So you take your front piece, your two front piece together. You understand? You're going to take them. So this one now is a baggy pant, so we're not using any measurement. If not, if it was a fitted pant at this point, you're going to be measuring, making sure that your waistline is okay. You understand? But since this one is a baggy, we don't have problem. You can see. So now we're going to stitch at that crotch area for the front piece. We're joining it together now. So you join your front crotch together. So you join that, and then you're going to join the back one also together. Can you see? So you place them like that also, and then you will stitch them together. So always make sure you back stitch, okay? Okay, so I've stitched, I've joined them together. So the next thing we want to do now, you can see that our trouser is going like it is going. So I'm just going to open this up. So I'll take this now to just give it a good press. Just iron it small, small. You understand? Just iron it small, small, and then I'll bring it back and we will join the two together. Okay, guys. So the next thing we want to do now, we want to join them together. So back and front together. So watch. So you can see. So this is my front piece that has the pocket. I'm just going to bring it and then I'll place it, and then we are going to stitch. We're going to stitch the side. Like I said, since it is a free pant, at this point you don't have to bother yourself with what do you call it? You don't have to bother yourself with the size. But if it was a fitted trouser that you are using a waistband, at this point you are going to measure. You get, so the pants, you know, the front and the back, they are not the same. So just pull them together. Just pull it and then stitch. Okay. So I'm just stitching. It's a simple process. As a beginner, please, if you're on this live stream, after today, go and don't tell me that you cannot sew this baggy trouser that is in vogue. You should be able to, please. Okay. So I'm stitching the side. So once I finish, so like basically the two things that are like the most difficult parts of this tutorial is the, what do you call it, um the pocket. That's just like, and that pocket, like I said, that pocket, once you master that pocket, it is nothing. It's very easy once you just watch it. So the next thing I want to do, I want to sew the other part. I'll just take it like this. You see the back is bigger. You understand, it's bigger, but you just pull them together. And so like I said, you are not bothered about the width. You get, at this point you're not bothered about the width. So if you have questions, just drop your questions on the comment section. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Akin Joby, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so I'm stitching the sides. So when I'm finished stitching the sides, so like I said, I use 1.5 inches for this, for this band. Why did I use 1.5 inch? Normally I'm supposed to use like 2 inches, but why I use 1.5 inches? Because of the pattern on my Ankara. I wanted to eliminate that top and purple pattern because the lady, the girl that has the trouser, she prefers the pink part of the trouser, so of this fabric. So I wanted to cut out some part of that top, so that is why. So no, in case you don't want, as a beginner, please just use 2 inches. Okay, follow the whole process the way I did it, or use 2 inches. It will be easier for you. And then if you want a big fat band, if you can go ahead and use 2.5 inches. Okay. So if you want a big band, for instance, your length, if your length is short, so we are done with the side. So the next thing you can see, you see that both of them are not the same. So you are just going to pull them together like this. Do you understand? Pull it together. Carry the front and place them together. Make sure that that part is aligned, okay? And then you are going to start stitching. So you stitch one side first and then stitch. So basically we are done. You see how easy this is. So the next thing we are going to do now, stand to just fix our band. So like I said, this band, it has rope. We're putting elastic and rope. I always like the elastic and the rope one more than the one that is just elastic. I like the one that has, because that one that has elastic and rope, you'll be able to adjust. You adjust the trouser however. That's the waist. Okay, so and the thread under has finished. Okay, so let's see. I have plenty thread. It's like the first layer got finished. Okay, so like I said, if you have questions, you can drop your questions. And if you want to register for our online classes, please, you can just send me a message, okay? And then I'll give you the details. I'll send you the classes that we have available at the moment. Our online classes, they are very detailed online classes. So for those of you that have registered for my online classes before, you will know. So the next thing, okay, we are not done with this one. I wanted to say the next thing that we're going to do. Okay, so let's see. So let's sew this and then I'll stitch the other side down. You'll get. So that's the beauty of what do you call it? Live stream. So I'll take the other side. That's the beauty of live stream. So I'm using about quarter of an inch to stitch this note. I'm using about quarter of an inch. So like I told you, it's just two measurements you need when you're doing a baggy pants. Your hip measurement plus your allowance and then your waist. The same thing you use for your hip. That's what you use for your waist. But if the hip is very big, if it's those people that have very big hip and tiny waist, you can decide to reduce it the top. You can reduce the waist a little bit. That's you can reduce like 2 inches from the hip. Other than that, okay, so we are done with this. So I'm just going to flip this and then give it a good press and then we would go and do the we'll go and do the band. The band is a simple process. So you guys should please like this video. I'm seeing just 9 likes. You guys should please Dami, you're welcome. You guys should please like my video, okay? I would appreciate that. So let me show you guys. Can you see our pockets? Yay! I love this. I love this. So let me give it a press. I'll be back. Okay, guys. So the next thing we want to do now, we want to do our band. Okay, so I finished. So let's do our band. So let me show. For us to do the band, I'm going to measure my waist measurement. As I'll measure the waistline. So tape was on my neck and I was busy looking for the tape. So let's turn it to the front so that we can see. So this is it. So this is how we know the amount of fabric that I'm going to use. So I have 23.5 here. Okay. So that's what I'm going to cut out. Okay, so let's see. So this is my fabric. So I'm just trying to fold to see if this will be enough though. That's not enough. So that means I have to cut too. So I'm going to join it. I'm going to cut it too. I'm just trying to trim my fabric so I'll get what I want to use for my waistband, okay? So I'm cutting this out. So let's see. And then I'll place it here. I'll cut another one. So I'm using two. I wanted to run it one, but I found that it will not be enough. Okay. So oh, this thing. I hate it. Okay, so let's see. So this part, that down part, I will not even make use of it. So just see what I want to do. Do you understand? So I want you guys to see how I want to place my band. So like I said I'm using like 1.5 inches of band. So I'm going to place this together like this, and then I'm going to sew it before I trim it. Okay, just watch. So I'm going to sew it. That's I'm joining it together. You understand? So let me trim out this part because that part is going to be the needle. So I want to join it first. So since it is a baggy, I'm not adding any stay or whatever to it. Okay. So I'm joining this just to get the band. So one is for one side, one is for one side. It's not like I'm not using a straight long band. I'm just using this. Okay. Okay. Yes, I'm on track. Sorry, I'm on track. So just watch. I'm just joining it together first. So you see my band. So now I'm going to fold it together now. I told you I was using 1.5 inch, right? So I'm going to fold this together now, and then I want to trim it, okay? I think I even have excess. So this one, this that's that part that was sticky. I'm just going to cut that out. I don't want it. So I'll take this. I want to iron it. I want to iron it, and then I'll iron it and then bring it back and show you. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my trouser like this. So let's see, let's watch. Let's see. I'm going to take my trouser like this, and then I'm going to take my band like this. Okay, so this is my band. So I'm just trying to get the exact measurement. Okay, I'm trying to get the exact measurement before I'll cut out what I don't want. So this what do you call it? This part that I joined, I'm just going to take it, let it be at the side because I joined it, remember. Let it be at the side, okay? And then so you need it to be exact. So this I am just going to cut, but when you are cutting, don't cut it exactly. You understand? You can cut like 1 inch extra because you need that. So I'm just trying to place this. So this is what I have extra, like, so I'll take that out. Can you see? So the next thing I want to do now, I want to trim this. Okay, so this one is just a little, this one is just a little bit of excess, so it's not like anything, you understand? So now we have our band all set, our 3 inches band, which is 1.5. But when you fold it, it's like 1.5. So now the next thing I want to do now, you see my band is going to be like this. You understand? It's going to be like this. But now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this now. Um, I'm going to open it. This is the side. Do you understand? This is going to be the center of the front. Watch how you see that I opened it back again. My band is going to be like this. So, do you understand? But I open it flat because I want to join it before folding it. So please note. So now this is the center of this band because I need rope is going to come out and elastic is going to enter. So from this point, I'm going to stitch here. So that was why I was telling you that add a little bit of extra. So at this point, this is where you need that extra because you need it to stitch. Do you get? So now I'm going to stitch from here to here and then from here to here. So I'm going to open like a little bit of inch, maybe 1 inch, half inch. So it depends on what you want. You get? So that's what you are going to leave. Okay. So this band is going to be folded. So you see, just watch it closely because these are some of the little tricks that. So once I get to that point, I'm going to stop. Remember that point, and then I'm going to stitch from here. So that I'm going to back stitch because I need the stitch to be tight. Okay. So now I'm going to open this. I'm going to cut this. Remember that rope? I'll cut that open. Okay. Once I cut it open, and this is what I'm now going to do. I'm now going to take my my what do you call it? I'm going to take here. That's remember that part. That was why I said put a little bit of extra. See this hole. So now I'm going to stitch. I'm going to secure this one now. This band. Do you understand that flip? That was why I said add a little bit of extra. Let it not be like it is originally the size of the waist. Do you understand? So that one now you are going to secure. You are going to secure it down. Okay. So the reason, just secure it down. The reason for securing it down is that so that your rope can move freely. You understand? So I'll show you guys how it looks now. Okay. So after securing it down, can you see? This is how the front looks. You see it? You see it, so you secure, just secure it down from the inside. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Ele, I understand. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. I'm happy that you understand. So now the next thing, I want to flip it back now to that original stage. Is it stage? Abi state? So now this is what you will now do. You understand? You now take it like this center. So this is going to be the center of your, do you get, of your trouser. So you fold it. Now you now fold it. We want to fold it back. Do you understand? I kept saying that. So I'm just going to fold it. I'll show you guys how you are going to fix it, and then we'll trim it. Okay. So I'm just trying to, this is the center. So we can start stitching from here to the what we want, okay? So let me not say that again. So what I want to do, I want to trim one part of this band. I'm going to trim one part of this band, definitely. But I'm looking for, like, I want to teach you guys. I want it to be very easy for you guys to be able to understand. So now, okay, so let's start. Okay, okay. So what we are going to do now, I want to trim out just a little bit. So this is optional. You can decide not to trim it if you can pull it off. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to trim out. This part is the part that I'm going to stitch down first. So that is why I'm trimming it out. Why am I trimming it out? I want this other side, when I fold it, I want this other side to be longer. You understand? Is my phone here? I want that other side to be longer. So that is why I am doing this, okay? Okay, so I've cut that out. So now I'm going to unfold this back, and then we are going to work. We're going to work with it. So now you see how this is how the band is going to look like. This part is longer, so you're going to pin it down. So it's better for you to pin it down. You get, you see. So this part is you can see, like, with like half of an inch. You know the way we normally fix our band. So I'll just take this, I'll pin this on the side. That's just pin it to secure it down, okay? Pin it, iron it, whatever. Just do that. So I'm just trying to pin it so that when I'm stitching, I'll be able to stitch it well, okay? So that is why I am doing that. It's better for you to pin it. Even if you iron it, you see it will still be scattering. So just pin it. So when you pin it, it will be easier for you. Everything you see it, you pin it, making sure that one part is longer. So I'm just trying to pin it. It's better for you to pin it. The ironing did not work. So let me get more pins and just pin it down. So if you have questions, please, you can ask your questions. Okay, so I think I've pinned a number of it down. So now let's start stitching. So the way me I normally used to do it, I'm going to start stitching it from the front, and it is easier for me to start stitching the front because my trouser. So you see, I'm going to start stitching from the front. You see that my trouser is the back is higher, is bigger, whatever, everything that it has to give, it is giving it. So now I'm going to take this is the center. So note, so this short side, you know, this side is the short side, this is the long side, now this is the short side. So it's this short side I'm going to start fixing, and I'll be fixing it from the inside, like inside out. Please, I want you to understand this. This is why I'm doing this. This one will give you a clean band. You don't need to weave it. Everything will be hidden. Okay. So this is that center. So this part now, this is the short part. This is the other part. So this part, you are going to take this part like this, and then you are going to place it. See it. You're going to place it on this point like this. and then we're going to sew it round first. Okay, I hope you guys understand. Please, if you understand, somebody on the comment section, let me know that you understand. So put it on the center front. Do you understand? Make sure it's the front, oh, and you not turn it to the back, or if not, your rope will go to the back. So once you start stitching, you can now start taking out your pins. Okay. So I'm just going to take that, and then I am going to start stitching. So I'm stitching it from the inside. So it's going to stitch inside out. Okay, please note. So as I'm stitching it, I'll be using my hand. I'll be opening be removing the pins rather. Mhm. So I'll just be stitching it. That is, I'm stitching it from the inside. Okay. So I'm just placing it now. I'm stitching it. So like I said, I am stitching it from the inside. So the band is still open again at the end of the day. Do you get? It's still open again. So you just watch the tutorial, and there's something about this. If your trouser, for instance, maybe the waist is too big, it's bigger than your band, or your band is bigger than, there's a way you can adjust it because it is an elastic waist. You understand? So you just be following that line and be going. So let me see. In case my own, I don't know, it's supposed to be equal, but just in case maybe one is bigger than one, I'll show you how to correct that. Okay. So I'm just going to be stitching it, but because you know that our band, we have trimmed like half of an inch or quarter of an inch out of it. Okay. So I'll just keep, it looks like my band is the same. Okay, so my trouser, so you this is what I was saying. If you notice that my trouser, you see my band, I notice that my trouser has a little bit of excess, just a little bit of excess, but no problem. So what you are going to do in that point, in that case, you're just going to fold it a little bit. Why? Because your trouser is an elastic band, so it's not going to be noticeable. But if it was a band, like a normal band you are doing, that is why when you are doing those kind of trouser, you have to be like extra, like you have to like double check, you understand, because that one you cannot do this now. So I'm going to show you what I did. So you can see, I noticed that my trouser was a little bit longer than the band. That's, those things that happen. So I just folded it a little bit. Okay. So the next thing I am going to do, I'm going to take this, I'll bring this out. So now we can close our band. Our band is going to be neat, fine, no rough edges. So that was why I chose this style. It's not that one that you have to go and start weaving your band. No. So now what you are going to do now, you're just going to flip it because of that trim that we did. This is the center. So what you are going to do now, you're just going to take this, and then you're going to fold in a little bit like this, and then you're going to start securing it down. So with this, our trouser is going to have a clean, band. You understand? It's going to have a clean band. So I'm just going to place it that way, and then I am going to start securing it down. So I'm just like, the way you do your normal skirt bands. So for beginners that don't know, so you're just now, that remember that small extra, you now fold it inside and you'll be placing it inside. Okay. I hope you guys can see it. I really hope. So now I can see the band. You see the way I'm doing it now. It is neat, clean. So with this one, I'm not going to weave my band. I'm not going to, the band is going to be clean and neat inside. Okay, so I'm just taking it, and then that extra one, that's what you now flip inside. If you had not trimmed it, when you are trying to do this one that I'm doing now, it's not going to align properly. You understand? Because once it is the same, it's not going to align. But once you have that a little bit of extra, it will align as you are stitching it. You're just going to be stitching it. You can decide to, so you see I'm just using my hand to fold it in, and then I'm placing it, and then I'm just sewing it. Okay. So like I said, if you have questions, please you can drop your questions on the comment section. And you guys, those of you that have not liked this video, check this side. You see some three dots. That is the like button. Please like the video. Okay, we are almost done. Let me see. How many minutes? Ooh, more than 1 hour. So we are almost done. So once I finish doing it, I'll just show you how to pass the elastic and we are done. I love these trousers. They are so beautiful. That's like, as a fashion designer, you should have plenty. Funny enough, I don't have. It's like it's only one that I even have. All the ones I used to sew. And you know me, once I'm sewing, I used to sew things that are gang. I don't want to sew. I don't like to sew casual. Like the one that I have, that one has ashoke. You know those ones that you when you are going for an event. It's those type that I know. But I'm going to repent now. I'm going to sew the ones that I can be using to do small knockabouts. Okay. So my trouser is is done and dusted, beautiful. I'm gonna show you guys now. Show you guys now. Yeah, yeah. We are done. Yay! You guys should clap for me. So now I'm just trying to cut out the little bit of excess. Can you guys see? Can you guys see? So you can see our trouser. I'm trying to bring out the waist, okay? Okay, that's what do you call it? The rubber to pass it inside and then show you guys how to sew it. So you see the inside of our band. You see it. So now we're going to pass our elastic. So when it comes, there's this thing they use to pass elastic. If I see it, then the way I'll rush it and buy one long what do you call it? Long stick like this. I'm going to rush it and buy a bag. This one, God that will help me. So I'm passing the elastic. Okay, so I'm just passing it. I pray she does not snap a bag. No snap. This what you call it? This safety pin, using it to pass elastic. You can be going and be going and be going towards the and the thing don't open. Towards the end, it will just open inside and to just stand like this, like I'm not going again. that of that kind of thing. I'm not going again. You go just stand there. So now I'm just going to pass my elastics. I'm passing it through the waist. So if you have questions, say thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Ellie Momo. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the comments. Okay. Mhm. So just pass it. Let's pass it through. So for this one, in case you don't want to put rope, once you don't reach here, you are done. Like done with your elastic waist. Please, those of you that tuned in that watch this tutorial, you push it, please show your own and show me. Show me. You can send it to me on WhatsApp. Let me see. Please, I really want you people to know how to do this. It's not a big deal. These people that are doing ready to wear, sharp ready to wear, as they have surface everywhere. This Christmas and the rain when these trousers go rain. So you better get to not make dem no prepare you. You wey dey sew cloth, you no come fit sew. Do you get? You can use it to do birthday gift for your friends. I even did one now. I was looking for like idea for birthday gift. Somebody just told me, "Ah, baggy trousers." I was like, wow. And she so loved it. Like She was so happy, like, wow, I love it. You get elastic move. I don't want it to go and snap. Mhm. I always like the waistline to be free. You get. So I'm just, hey, I beg, let it not go and snap. I beg. In case you don't want, what do you call it? You don't want to put rope at this point. Let's see. No, let's stand this camera so that you guys can understand. So at this point, you can just take it now at this point and just leave the waist like this. You get. But if you want to have if you want it to have rope, you can you are going to have to secure it down and then you place the rope. But for this, I think I'm just going to leave it like this because I'm not sure she will want a rope inside. I think I'm just going to leave it like this so you can see. So at this point, you just expand it to your client's waistline, expand it, and then secure it. So I'll just take this. I'm just going to sew this like I want to sew it now. So just let me finish first. I think I'm just going to wait. Let her come when she tries it. Mm, before I do the final cut. So you can see our beautiful. You see the back. See, it's so pretty. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. Adu Moldu. I hope I'm pronouncing this name very well. Solange, thank you so much. God bless you all that tuned in to our tutorial for today. You can see. So I love this. This looks so pretty. Let me show you people. Oh, we go. Oh, we go. The light is shining. The light is shining. See our baggy trouser. So in case you want to put rope, you can put rope. The rope will still come out from inside here. It's the same way. So once you after putting the elastic, you just pass the rope inside. You stitch it. You can decide to stitch it down if you want it to have that. You know those coils as you stitch it down. This one I want to confirm before I do it. Is like I said, it's not my own. It's for somebody. So you have to stitch it down. That's stitch here and then pass a rope through it. So it's the rope that controls it. But if the person don't want, if the person wants it this, I'm going to leave it, okay? But you see our baggy trouser and it is done and dusted. So thank you so much, guys. All of you that tuned in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Moses. Thank you. Okay, the class, yes. Afternoon class is from 1, like 1:10, 1 p.m., 1:10, between 1 and 1:30. That's when we normally start. But our evening class is between 7 and 7:15 or 7:10. All right, see you guys tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll do this evening. I'm not doing live stream because today is church. I'll go to church. So tomorrow afternoon, by God's grace, I will try and come up. I pray. I pray.